Danger! 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 The how-to projects in this book involve electricity, toxic substances, sharp tools, contents under pressure, and other potentially dangerous elements. Before you build any of the projects, ask an adult to review the instructions. You'll probably need their help with one or two of the steps anyway. While we believe these projects to be safe and family-friendly, accidents can happen in any situation, and we cannot guarantee your safety. The authors and publisher disclaim any liability from any harm or injury that may result from the use, proper or improper, of the information contained in this book. Remember, the instructions in this book are not meant to be a substitute for your good judgment and common sense. Chapter 1. Nick was in the lab in the basement making a volcano with vinegar and dishwashing liquid. Tesla was in the lab in the basement making a rocket with vinegar and baking soda. Uncle Newt was in the lab in the basement making a compost-fueled vacuum cleaner out of a leaf blower and a bag of putrid bananas. It was the vacuum cleaner that exploded. Fortunately, the Banana Vac 8000 began sizzling and melting before exploding, giving Uncle Newt time to groan, "Oh man, not again!" Nick and Tesla knew what that meant. They put down their beakers, test tubes, and tongs and hurried toward the rickety stairs. They had to do a lot of zigzagging as the dimly lit basement was packed with old computers and grimy tools and abandoned inventions. A rocket-powered skateboard here, a gumball machine stocked with goldfish there, and, along the walls, mysterious contraptions that hummed and throbbed and occasionally went ping! Some of the machines were scorched. All were covered with soot. "Come on, Uncle Newt," Nick said, as he and his sister began bounding up the steps. Uncle Newt was the kind of man who needed to be reminded that it's a good idea to leave when a vacuum cleaner is about to explode. "I just don't understand," he said as he reluctantly rose from his cluttered work table and followed his niece and nephew. "I had the oxygen-methane mix perfect this time." "That's what you said last time," Tesla pointed out. "I know! It was perfect then, too!" Nick and Tesla scrambled up to the landing at the top of the stairs and turned to find their uncle plodding along behind them. Uncle Newt," said Nick, "maybe you want to move a little faster?" Uncle Newt swiped a hand at him dismissively. "Oh, I've still got at least 5 more seconds to get away. Maybe even 6. Well, 4 now." The kids retreated into the kitchen, and slowly, serenely, he followed them. 2, he said. 1. Nick, Tesla, and Uncle Newt stood for a moment, staring at each other. Then, there was a whomp that shook the whole house. "See?" Uncle Newt said. "There was plenty of time." Smoke rose from the basement. It smelled like 100 burned banana cream pies sitting in the sun at the county dump. "Ooh," said Uncle Newt, grimacing and pinching his nose. "That's even worse than usual. Ugh, come on." He led the kids out to the backyard, leaving the door open so the smoke could swirl out instead of filling the house. Uncle Newt's hairless cat, Eureka, trotted after them, curled up on the porch, and began licking ash off his wrinkled, bald butt. It was a bright, warm summer day, and one of Uncle Newt's neighbors, a genial old man Uncle Newt always called Mr. Blackwell, even though his name was Jones, was mowing his lawn nearby. Mr. Jones stopped his mower and pointed his inch-thick glasses at Uncle Newt and Nick and Tesla. "Need me to call the fire department again?" he said. "No, thanks, Mr. Blackwell," Uncle Newt told him. "It's just a methane-rich banana mash reacting to oxygen and putting out a lot of carbon dioxide and water vapor." "Oh," Mr. Jones said, nodding and smiling and clearly not understanding a word. "All right, then." "Don't worry about the smoke," Uncle Newt went on. "That'll probably stop in an hour or so." "An hour?"